Good morning children and welcome to the online session of English Grammar of class 8. Today we will start the chapter number 3. So let's open up the book to chapter number 3, which is adjectives and degrees of comparison. So let us begin. First, we will understand the actual meaning of the word adjective. So in adjective there is a word add, A-D-D, add. So try to understand this first. We will not go deep into it, but just understand the word adjective. It has the word add. In mathematics you come across addition and subtraction. In the same way, here also we add something. What do we add? We add something to the noun and pronoun, or you can say we describe a noun or a pronoun by adding something, by describing it. So let us first look at the definition of this adjective. An adjective is a word that tells us more about a noun or pronoun, including its quality, quantity and position. So words that are used to describe a noun or pronoun are called adjectives. For example, his car is new. In this sentence, the car is being described. It is described that the car is new. It is not old, it is new. Now, this is showing the quality of the car. It is new. The car is new. Or take for an example, if I show you a bag that is kept in front of you and I say it is a bag. If I say this is a bag, I am just pointing out at a thing called bag. But when I describe something more about it, or add something more to it, and I say a small bag, this is a small bag. Now this word small is describing this noun bag. It is telling something more about this noun bag. In the same way, if I say Tina is my friend, Tina is my friend. Now, if I try to describe more about my friend, I can say Tina is a good friend of mine. Now, good brings out the quality of that friend. It describes what kind of friend she is. Okay? So, whenever we describe a noun or a pronoun, it is an adjective. Alright? Now, it can be, these description can be in the form of quality also, quantity also, or position also. That we will read further, that we will learn further in the kinds of adjectives. So first, let us take up the first kind of adjectives. Here are several kinds of adjectives given, total 10. So first we will take up adjectives of quality. Adjectives of quality. First, understand what is quality. Quality is the characteristic or feature or appearance of a person or thing. Whenever we look at a person or thing, what do we see in it? The appearance, the feature or the characteristic. So the definition of adjective of quality is it expresses the kind or quality of a person or thing. We will try to understand it through examples. Example, Rahul is an intelligent boy. Rahul is an intelligent boy. Rahul is a noun, proper noun. Boy is also yet another noun. And it is being described by the word intelligent. What kind of boy is Rahul? He is an intelligent boy. So intelligent is the adjective of quality. It is describing what kind of a friend he is. Here also I told you, here also I gave you a similar example. Tina is my friend. Tina is a good friend of mine. Now good is describing the quality of that friend. Take up a next example. I carried a heavy basket. I carried a heavy basket. Now, what type of basket it was? It was a heavy basket. Now, this adjective of quality can be described through many words. Example, beautiful, thin, honest, smart, kind, unkind, cruel, rude. In the same way, there are several qualities you can give to a person or a thing. And that quality becomes the adjective of quality. In the book also, here it is given, adjective of quality describe size, color, shape of a person or object. Examples, fair, tall. We can also say a fair girl or a tall girl participated in the beauty contest. Or in this example, you would get the quality of being tall or fair. Look at the next kind of adjective. Adjective of quantity. Refer to the quantity, how much of a thing. Example, some, much. Quantity means the amount of something. Quantity means the amount of something. Now remember, it is the amount of something, not the number, just the quantity. Alright? Adjective of quantity refers to amount, but not the exact number. Read the definition. These adjectives tell us how much amount of a noun or a pronoun it is. They do not provide exact number. Now, adjective of quantity never denote a number. It only expresses an amount. For example, I need some money to buy stationery. Now this sum, it is not definite, na? It is telling the quantity, it is describing the quantity, but it is not telling the exact amount. So this sum is the adjective of quantity. How much money? Some money. I need some money to buy stationery. Or next example, there is not much water in the bottle. We are not numbering the water, 1 water, 2 water, 3 water. We are simply saying there is not much water in the bottle. So this much is not giving the exact number of water, because water is an uncountable. It cannot be countable. It is not countable, so we cannot number it. So here we have written the adjective of quantity, which is much. There is not much water in the bottle. It is an uncountable noun. Example, there are many other examples of adjective of quantity. Example, many, little, enough, all. There was not enough money to buy vegetables. There was not enough money to buy vegetables. Enough. What is enough? Enough is not the exact number. It is some quantity that is not available to buy the vegetables. So this is the adjective of quantity. Here also it is given. It refers to the quantity, how much of a thing. Some, much. It is never described in number. It is always described in many, little, enough, some, much, all, in this way. So now let us look at the next adjective. Adjective of number. Adjective of number tell us how many persons or things are meant. 5, several. So here, adjective of number. First, understand what is number. What do we understand by number? Something that we are able to add, something that we are able to count, something that we can actually count is called number. Okay. These adjectives tell us how many people or things are in a particular sentence. For example, I have 8 books in my bag. I have 8 books. So we know exactly what is the number of books that I have in my bag. So this is a definite number, and that is why it is an adjective of number. It is called an adjective of number because we can specify the exact number here. We can count the number of books. Next example, there are 10 potatoes in the basket. There are 10 potatoes. 10 is a count. We can count the potatoes. There are 10 potatoes. Exact 10 numbers are there. So this is whenever a noun can be counted, it is called adjective of number. So this adjective of number is further divided into 3 types. We have to understand it to understand this completely. Adjective of number, if we have to understand it completely, we have to also understand how it is divided and what is the examples and what is the definitions of it. What are the 3 types of adjectives of number? First type is definite numeral adjective. Definite numeral adjective. These are the 3 types of adjective of number. Definite means something that we know definitely about. Something that we are sure of, very sure, the exact number. They tell us the exact number of people or things. When we are very sure the exact number, we are able to count it exactly. That type of adjective is called definite numeral adjective. Example, the teacher punished 2 children fighting in the class. The teacher punished 2 children, 2. You can actually count how many children were fighting in the class. 2 children. There was a fight between 2 children. Now you are able to number it. So it comes under which type of adjective? Definite numeral adjective. Next is indefinite numeral adjective. Somewhere indefinite means somewhere where you are not very sure of. Somewhere you are not able to count the number of things or person. It do not include exact number. Example, few people participated in the competition. Few people, very few people, less number. Here you are not giving the exact number, but still you are able to count it. Remember it, you can count it, but here it is indefinite. Few people. People can be counted, but here we are giving a picture, we are telling that few people, only very less people have participated in the competition. Few is therefore an indefinite numeral adjective. However, always remember, few can be counted. Few people can be counted. It can be counted, however, it is indefinite because we are not sure how many people were there. But if we were sure of it, we can count them. But when we say few, it is indefinite. Next is distributive numeral adjective. Distributive. To distribute. What do you mean by distribute? It refers to each one of a number. Whenever we distribute anything, in Children's Day or in some special days, you get sweets in the class, and that sweet is distributed to you by your class teacher, distributed to each one of you, right? So that is the meaning of distributive. To each one refers to each one of a number. Example, each child should participate in the competition. Each child, each means each and every child should participate in the competition. So this is the division of this adjective of number that you have to remember very carefully. Alright, because only then you would know what is a definite numeral adjective, where an exact number is given and the noun that you can count is called definite numeral adjective, and the indefinite numeral adjective is the adjective where you're not able to count it, you're not giving the exact number, and that is called indefinite numeral adjective. And distributive numeral adjective it refers to each one of the person, each one of a number. So this is what you have to remember. Just to differentiate, you must know it. Okay, and it is not very difficult to differentiate when you know all these three kinds of adjective of number. Alright, so now we will move to the next type of adjective, which is demonstrative adjective. Demonstrative adjective point to a person or thing. Example, this, that, these. Now demonstrative adjective, first let us understand the meaning of the word. Come to the word first. Demonstrative means to show or point out. Demonstrate. When you have to demonstrate in the science exhibition, you demonstrated your models, na? Demonstrated means you showed it, you pointed out in front of the viewers, in front of the spectators, whoever came to see your models, you demonstrated it, you showed it, and that is the meaning of demonstrate. Demonstrate means to show or point out. Demonstrative adjective. Now come to the definition. The adjective that indicate or point out a particular noun or pronoun are called demonstrative adjective. When we are able to point out, the adjective that points out a particular noun or pronoun. Okay. For example, this bag is very heavy. This bag. Which bag? This bag. We are pointing it out. We are showing it. Which bag? This bag. Now, this is a demonstrative adjective. Okay. Can you see that bird flying in the air? That bird. That. We are pointing at something. We are demonstrating. So that is a demonstration. So it comes in the demonstrative adjective. What are the list of demonstrative adjectives? These are the list. This, that, those, these. These words, all these words are used for demonstration, for the purpose of demonstration, for the purpose of pointing out and the purpose of showing. Okay, so always remember that these are the demonstrative adjectives that we use. Some more examples are, those pair of shoes are mine. Those, you are pointing, na? You are showing it, you are demonstrating it, you are pointing out at something and saying. Whenever you point out, you use these words, those. Can you help me to wash these utensils? These utensils, you are pointing out. Okay, can you help me to wash these utensils? These. Again, a demonstrative adjective. Demonstrative adjectives are adjectives that point at something. Okay. Now come to the next type of adjective. Interrogative adjectives. Interrogative adjectives. Ask questions. Examples, what, whose, which. Now, interrogative, from the word interrogative, what do you understand? You understand that interrogative means to ask questions. To ask questions. Now, words like what, which, whose, when, all these words are used to ask questions, and accompanying nouns are called interrogative adjectives. Now, we ask questions with the help of these words. What, which, whose, what is your name, where do you live, when did you come to school? All these are questions. Now we begin the questions with the help of these words. Okay. And when we use these words, these question words along with nouns, it becomes an interrogative adjective. For example, Which toy do you want to buy? Which toy do you want to buy? If you have taken a child to a store to buy a toy, you will ask that child, now which toy do you want to buy? Now which, this which is modifying the noun toy. Toy is a noun and which is an interrogative adjective. It is a combination, okay? It is accompanying, it is standing with the noun. It is just beside, it is written just beside a noun. When this interrogative adjective is written beside a noun, it is modifying a noun, it becomes an interrogative adjective. Which toy do you want to buy? Or example, next example, whose purse is this? Whose purse? Whose is an interrogative, it is a question. We used to ask question with this word whose, and when this whose is written with along with, you know, it is preceded, it is written along with a noun, it is describing a noun, what does it do? It becomes an interrogative adjective, okay? And these words are very important to ask questions. But when we accompany it, when we combine it with a noun, it becomes an interrogative adjective. Alright? So now we will move to the next, which is possessive adjective. Possessive adjectives show possession or belonging. Example, my, our, your. Possessive adjectives. What do you mean by possessive? Possessive means something that is yours, something that we own, something that we show ownership about, belongingness. It is the adjective that comes before a noun or pronoun and shows its belongingness. Belongingness means tells who or what owns it, who is the owner of it. For example, my, your, our, his, her, its, their, whose, all these are possessive adjectives. It comes under possessive adjectives. Now, come to the example. This is my house. My house. Whose house it is? My house. House is the noun and my is the possessive adjective. It is the possessive adjective. Alright. I think she left her keys at home. I think she left her keys at home. The keys belong to her. Keys is the noun. Who does it belong? Who does it belong to? It belongs to her. It is showing a belongingness. It is showing an ownership. Ownership or belongingness. Wherever there is a noun that shows, that is beside, that shows the ownership of something, you know, with this is a possessive adjective. Alright, my, your, our, his, her, its, all these are possessive adjectives, and whenever it is used along with a noun and it shows whose it belongs to, it becomes a possessive adjective. This adjective comes before a noun always. This type of adjective, possessive adjective, it is always written just before the noun. This is the noun house and it is just written just before the noun. This is my house. My house. My means possession. Whose house? My house. Now my should be written along with the noun but just before it. Okay. I think she left her keys at home. Her keys. Her is written just before the noun key. And it is showing a belongingness that this key belongs to her and this house belongs to me. Alright. So now next we come to the next type of adjective, which is proper adjectives. Now proper adjectives are formed from proper nouns. Alright. Proper adjective. It is the adjective that is made from proper nouns. Now proper nouns are special names that are always written with capital letter. It also modifies that particular noun or pronoun. It is always capitalized. So please remember, proper adjectives are formed from proper nouns. Now proper nouns are special words that, proper nouns are special words, special persons, the name of special persons or things. A special person or thing. So proper adjective is derived from proper nouns. How? I will tell you. Example, India. India is a proper noun because there is no other India in the world. There is only one India. Okay. Now when we add a suffix to it, suffix is a letter that is added at the end of the word. Indi plus an, it becomes Indian. You know na, Indian. And Indian comes from proper noun India. So when it becomes Indian, it becomes a proper adjective. India, Indian. Indian is formed from India. Proper adjective is formed from a proper noun. Example, an Indian boy was selected for an international tournament. Indian boy. Okay? Indian boy. It is describing the noun. It is telling more about this boy. Who was that boy? He was an Indian boy. So, whenever this proper adjective describes a noun, whenever this proper adjective should always describe a noun. It should be written before a noun to describe it. It also modifies it. It is saying something more about this noun called boy. This boy is an Indian boy. Which particular boy? Indian boy. So Indian is a proper adjective. It is a proper adjective, and this proper adjective is made from a proper noun called India. So I hope you understand this. Alright. Next one is, here also it is given Indian, Buddhist. Buddhist is derived from the word Buddha. Now come to emphasizing adjectives. Increase or decrease the effect of the noun they are modifying. Emphasizing adjectives. Emphasizing adjective. What is an emphasizing adjective? Tell me. Emphasizing increase or decrease the effect of the noun they are modifying. Emphasize. To emphasize means to put stress. To emphasize. To emphasize or to put stress. If you put stress on something, if you emphasize something, it becomes an emphasizing adjective. Emphasize, it is the meaning of the word emphasize. Emphasizing. It increase or decrease the effect of the noun they are modifying. Utter, absolute. Utter, absolute. For example, to tell you how emphasizing adjectives. Look here. Emphasizing adjectives. The meaning of emphasizing is to put stress on something, or to emphasize, Okay, emphasizing adjectives, it increases or decreases, it increase or decrease the effect of the noun they are modifying. Okay, it increase, how it increase and decrease. For example, if I take this word absolute and if I write a sentence on it, he is an absolute absolute genius. He is an absolute genius. Absolute. We are emphasizing more on this genius part. Emphasizing, we are putting stress on it. He is an absolute genius. He is a genius. He is a genius. He is a genius. But he is an absolute genius means he is a, we are putting more stress on it. We are putting more stress on this genius part. We are emphasizing more the genius part, the genius quality of this person. Okay. For example, utter. Here the word utter is also given here as an example. Utter. Whatever you said was an utter nonsense. Utter nonsense means whatever you spoke, whatever you just said did not made any sense. It was just nonsense. Okay, utter is just emphasizing more on nonsense. It is just putting more stress on this word nonsense. Or there are many other words. For example, very. If I write the sentence, this is the very dress I wanted to buy. I wanted to buy. This is the very dress. We are putting more stress. We are emphasizing more on this dress. Which is the dress? Very dress. This very dress. So words that put more stress and modify the noun, that particular noun, is called emphasizing adjective. Alright, and there are we use these words to increase or decrease the effect of a noun. Increase, so here it is increasing the effect. The very dress, here also it is increasing. So somewhere it increases and somewhere it decreases. Alright. Now we will move to the participle adjectives. Participle adjectives are verbs used as adjectives. Now what is a participle? You tell me that. You must have learned participle. Participle is a verb ending with ing or ed or en. Present participle, past participle, you might have learned it. Okay. So these are adjectives formed from participles. They are used to describe the noun or pronoun. Okay. For example, what is the example given here? Running train. I have formed a sentence out of it. The man at the station signaled the running train. So running train. Running. What type of rain it was? It was running. It is describing the noun. This running is an participle adjective. It is describing the noun train. It signaled which type of train? It was not a standing train. It was not a still train. It was a running train. Okay. And it is a participle also because it is ending with the word ing. It is a verb ending with the letters ing, and so it is a participle. Next example is flying saucer. Flying saucer, I have made a sentence out of it. We viewed a flying saucer from the telescope. Viewed a flying saucer. Flying saucer. Saucer is a noun, and what type of saucer it was? Was it a still saucer? It was stationary or it was moving? It was moving. So it was a flying saucer. Flying is another participle because it is ending with the letters ing. A verb ending with ing is a participle. Okay. So here this participle is acting as an adjective because it is modifying the noun saucer. Alright. Now next move to the next adjective, nouns as adjectives. Some nouns are used as adjectives. There are some nouns, children, that are used as adjectives. Sometimes the nouns function as or act as adjectives. Example, diamond ring. Now ring is also a noun and diamond is also a noun. But this diamond here is acting as an adjective because it is modifying the ring. It is telling something more about. It is adding something to the ring. What type of ring it was? It was a diamond ring. Now stone wall. Wall is also a noun and stone is also a noun. Here, but stone is being used as an adjective because it is describing the wall. What type of wall it was? It was a stone wall. It was not made out of brick. It was made out of stone. Now, next is, for an example, take this chocolate cake. Cake is also a noun. Chocolate is also a noun. But this chocolate here is acting as an adjective. Okay, noun adjective. Because it is modifying the cake. What type of cake it was? It was chocolate cake, not a pineapple cake, not a vanilla cake. It was a particular chocolate cake. So this is modifying the noun cake, and so it becomes noun as an adjective. Next is Sunday picnic. Picnic is also a noun and Sunday is also a noun. When was the picnic organized? It was organized on Sunday, on a particular day, Sunday. So Sunday is acting as it acts as an adjective, okay, here, because it is modifying the picnic. On which day the picnic was organized? On Sunday. City hospital. City hospital. Hospital is also a noun, city is also a noun. But this, city is describing, this city is acting as an adjective, and it is describing the hospital. Which hospital? City hospital. Alright, so children, till here I've explained you, and you have to revise it, and we'll be working on this exercise in the next part of the video, in the next part of the lesson that I'll be explaining it to you. So till then, just keep learning, keep revising, and stay safe. Thank you.